Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, everybody? It is Thursday, July 17th. Nice and early, nice and early. Did we have an on-time departure? No, I guess I was a few minutes late. Sorry about that. I decided to make a cup of tea. As much as I wanted more coffee, I probably shouldn't have a third cup of coffee before 10 a.m. Has anyone been up since the tournament started? Because if you have, that is incredibly impressive. I woke up at 5:30. I didn't even intentionally try to wake up at 5:30 for this. I just happened to. And shout out Aura Ring. I had like an 84 sleep score. That's good enough. Hold on. Sam Burns, birdie putt. Is that a birdie? Yeah. Sammy boy. It probably wasn't. Oh, Fitzpatrick ended with a 4. Nice. It probably was never. I don't think it was Xander Schauffele week. I don't think it was Schauffele. I want to believe that it was Schauffele. Yep. You know what? My microphone and my camera still not working. I sent a email to customer support for StreamYard. They sent me back like some fucking bullshit template of like, oh, check your browser extensions and try using Firefox or all this other dumb shit. I'm not doing any of that. I need somebody to let me know what's going on with the camera and the audio, why I can't select another option. Oh boy, Scheffler tap in birdie. Motherfucker. What's up, everyone? What's up, Rhino? What's up, Pip? What's up, Alex Snod? What's up, DC? How you doing? Hello, everybody. We do have happy hour tonight. I mean, this is probably the slowest day. Well, I guess I wonder if there's a slower day in sports, because we do have golf. We have golf, but we have nothing else. No basketball. Well, there might be WNBA. I don't know. Remember, I'm not a WNBA hater. Okay. I'm not a hater. I'm just not that big of a basketball person. And this is a great time for someone like me to just totally tune out of basketball entirely. We're gonna have happy hour tonight on the Pickett Sports YouTube channel. All right, we're gonna do some trivia. Steak is, I've always said, he's like a Rain Man when it comes to trivia. He's very good. He's a smart fella. He's a wise fella. I know some people like to believe that Greg has the highest IQ of the three of us. That's hilarious. I think it might be Steak, but he's very, very good. I just pinned the YouTube channel in our stream. Go click that and subscribe to the Pickett YouTube channel, and you'll get notified when we go live. It'll be 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Going to play a little trivia. Maybe we'll touch on some AFC West. I actually might place some wagers, might place some futures wagers, and we'll go from there. So far, thanks for everybody who joined the space last night. Take iPhone in because it's not working. Did you turn it off and turn it back on? Fuck off. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, the responses I got from this template email, I was like, all right, let me actually try. I prefer when it's a person that reaches you back out, even if it's not. Like, lie to me. Hi, this is Samantha. Blah, blah, blah. How can I help you today? Like, even if it's a fucking robot or AI, I just prefer to like feel like maybe it's a human on the other side. This was just straight up like no hello, no nothing, no fake name, just try this. And it was like 4 things. I did actually put in the effort and the time to try the first 2 things, and it did not work. So I don't know what's going on, but hopefully we can figure it out because we still have some time in the off season before football, but this can't go on much longer. Okay. I need the camera. I need the audio. I need to sound crisp. Shane Gillis killed the ESPYs last night. Speaking of the WNBA, I did see some clips and some highlights. I did not watch it. I never know when the ESPYs are on. Never. I don't really watch the ESPYs. I don't really I don't care too much about them. But I did see Shane Gillis was hosting, and I was like, oh, that should be pretty good. And I believe he had some moments where he had some funny jokes. I saw the Caitlin Clark one. He said they're both whites from the Midwest nailing threes. I thought that was kind of funny. And then I heard the one where he said she can work at Waffle House after the WNBA to do what she does best and fist fight black women. So he was really leading into WNBA jokes. I thought some of them were pretty good. Some of them kind of fell flat. The Shedeur Sanders joke was really funny. It still cracks me up that Shedeur Sanders had his jersey retired. Like, that is hilarious. It's hilarious. I saw Shedeur Sanders had some sort of clip going around where I guess he had a really bad answer for something. I haven't seen it. But I mean, I can't tell you I'm that surprised. Listen, I'm not rooting against Shedeur Sanders. I'm just not seeing it. He doesn't look like the QB, a franchise QB for me. I'm a Cam Ward guy. All fucking in on Cam Ward. Okay, Shedeur, maybe a little bit too prima donna, with the rollies and shit like that and the chains in college. Relax. I'm a Cam Ward guy through and through and through. AFC West space. So the newsletter will be out tomorrow. Okay, the newsletter will be out tomorrow. If you give a shit about our bets. Here you go. Command newsletter. Bang. I know how to do it. Go to the website. Subscribe for free on the homepage. If you do pay and pledge some money every month, thank you very much. We do appreciate it. What's everybody saying? It was ranking as top 5 QB wide receiver duos ever. He had no way. No way. He had Derek Carr and Chris Olave. No way. Long Beach, Guinness before noon plus 118. No Guinness before noon, but Guinness tonight. I can't wait. I wanted a beer so bad yesterday. And my wife was like, have it if you want it. I was like, oh man, this is just me and my own self, my own discipline. And I said, nope, no beer. We're going to save it for tomorrow. That's what we're going to do. We're going to limit the alcohol intake. Okay. We got football season on the horizon. I tweeted it. We have to treat our bodies like the athletes do in the off season a little bit, throw in a salad. Last night, you know what I had for dinner? I cooked ground chicken and I put it on lettuce wraps with a little blue cheese or ranch dressing. So fucking good. And a little there's like this hot sauce. I don't know what it is. It's like sriracha mayo or something like that, harissa or some shit like that. But anyways, it was absolutely delicious. Not worth doing a cooking stream over, but I've been seasoning my meat with onion powder. Not that I didn't know that onion powder existed, because I did know that, but it's never been in my arsenal. I haven't had it in my repertoire. Fun word. But onion powder is banging. So garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, boom, and a little poultry seasoning that I got at the butcher shop. You act like you wouldn't have Mike and Baker in yours. What the fuck does this even mean? What the fuck does this even mean? Do you ever, listen, I say some dumb shit, but do you ever sometimes, because you can type, you type what you say before you hit enter. I just have to say things. I say things on camera. Whatever comes to my brain comes out of my mouth. You type and hit enter. Do you ever just stop and think before you say something that this is so fucking stupid, maybe I shouldn't say it? Graylish, thank you for backing me up here. You act like it. You don't need to be a Bucks fan to have Mike and Baker in there. And come on, we're comparing it to Chris Olave. Chris Olave and Derek Carr. Honestly, Hovey, I expect better from you. I really do, but maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should no longer expect. It's got to be rage bait, right? No, I'm not mad. Big Hovey guy nowadays. Yeah, I bet you are, Dig that. People just trying to rally you up. When are they not? I'm just glad that some people can share my reaction there. Okay, so anyways, great spaces yesterday, bro. Ron, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I saw you did a lacrosse spaces. Nice. Keep pushing that PLL train. Wishing you all the best and supporting. His buddy's wife was hilarious. That was a very funny joke. Keegs and Hovland are my only hopes now. Yeah, I've got Xander's one over. That's not looking good. I have Sam Burns, who just birdied, and I have one more guy. Oh, JJ Spawn. JJ Spawn's battling out there. Kadex, what's up? Good to see you holding down the YouTube chat. Okay, I think I caught up on all the get baited. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, ban Hovey. Yeah. All right. So we've got about an hour, I'd say, of the board review. Then I got to shut it down. I have a very corp afternoon. I'm going to be running around Manhattan for most of the day, and it's going to be 96 fucking degrees. Not looking forward to it. So yes, I intentionally am wearing my dark blue polo, so that way it hides all of my sweat and pit stains, and the ones right up above and under the pectoral muscles. You know how this goes, and if you don't, hopefully I can teach you. Get dark clothing in the summertime if you work outside. Someone got to hold it down over here. Shit. Rooting for Spawn just so you can tell BK to fuck off. Thank you very much, Nerfy Chad. Good morning, Lunk. How we doing? Doing great. Good morning. What's up, Tailing Dawes? Good to see you. So anyways, Long Beach, again, thank you for the subscription, and everybody in YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the page. If you're on Twitch, follow the page. If you're on Twitter, give it a like or a retweet. Doesn't take too much fucking effort. Last day with no board for the week. We got baseball tomorrow. Steak is on vacation. I think he gets back tomorrow. He will be on happy hour tonight with Pranav. What we're going to do today, I think, will be a little interesting, a little fun, but I'm going to have Max Meyer on. Maybe it's Meyer. I should have asked him before I introduced him. I've been following Max for quite a while. He used to work for Caesars, I believe, and kind of just like tweeting out the betting odds, line movement, stuff like that, which I was always kind of fond of and interested in. But anyways, I met Max at a wedding earlier this year, and we got to talking about sports. And he is starting a website, or has started rather, a service. It's called Fantom Odds, FAN. And I told him, we were chatting a little bit about it. I like the idea, I like the concept, and it sounds like it's just about ready to roll in time for the football season. So I told him, hey, you should come on the stream. Let's introduce it to the world and to the friendly people in my Twitch chat every day that are so nice and so friendly and have nothing but positive things to say. No, but in all seriousness, we're going to go through. Max is going to show us Fantom Odds. It's like a sports betting platform for fantasy football. I think it's pretty interesting. Obviously, I'm not the biggest fantasy football guy, but I love gambling and I love betting. So this kind of incorporates both, which I think is pretty cool. He's going to tell you a little bit about it, walk us through it. If we can figure out how to share a screen, I don't really know how to work this all that well, but we'll do our best. Anyways, you don't have to be on your best behavior, but be polite, be respectful, and please also share some feedback. Have any questions? How was the space last night? About to turn it on after this. I thought it was good. Good fatty. Off to a hot start. Yep. Happy Thursday, jabronis. What's up, Jesus? You're riding Cam Young this weekend? Oh, good luck with that. Although I could see Cam Young kind of finishing like T20. I'm already thinking about a guy that I want to take live. I might mush him for you. Sir, yes, sir. All right. Without further ado, let's bring up Max. Max, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good. And yeah, to be polite, don't feel like you have to hold back on anything. I'm here to, promote Fantom Odds and talk shop. So great to meet everyone.
Great. Awesome. Yeah. I mean, if you work in the sports betting business, you have to have, and you had a Twitter account, you have to have a little bit of thick skin. So I just like to do what I can to calm down the chat, because they like to I had Brad Johnson on here, the quarterback for the Bucks, interviewing him, and I had some guy being an asshole. But anyways, Max, so Fantom Odds, you could see the website in the whatever you call it, the title beneath on the screen. If anybody wants to go to that website right now, is it live?
Yeah, no, it's live. And you can sign up and sync your leagues for free. And then actually, I was going to say it for the end of the stream, but since I'm already talking about it, just to thank everyone for joining me here on probably the slowest sports day of the year, I'd like to give everyone a free premium league to Fantom Odds for the entire season. So just DM me if you like what you hear from the stream. My DMs are open for everyone. If you want a premium code, and I'll send you an email with the code after the stream.
Very cool. I'm going to share your Twitter profile right now into the chat. That is, if you guys can see, well, I did it only on Twitch. My bad. Let me not neglect YouTube. There you go. If you guys want to go to Max's Twitter profile, give him a follow and shoot him a DM if you're interested. All right, Max. So you did a good job explaining this to me when we met. I said, please, ELI5, Reddit term. If anybody is familiar, explain like I'm 5. You're a smart guy. I'm not the smartest guy. I thought you did a very good job walking me through it. We have some intelligent people, shout out Quantitative Eating, in the chat here, but then we have guys like Hovey. Just kidding, Hovey. So do your best to walk us through it, break it down, and then chat. If you guys have any questions along the way, feel free to shoot them out for Max. But do you think it's best if you share the screen, or should I share the screen? Do you know how to share the screen?
Yeah, I can try sharing the screen.
Okay.
Let's see if this works.
And but like, obviously, even before we kind of get into it, I guess more so explain the idea of it and how it works, or get in the mind of a fantasy football player and why they would want to use something like this.
So sorry, I'm just trying to figure. Actually, I might not be able to share my screen.
And that's okay, because I will try on my end. Let me just already see if I can log in. But yeah, in the meantime, kind of give us the overview of what Fantom Odds is, and then I'll log in on my end.
Sure. And I'll give a brief description about myself. So I'm Max Meyer. I've worked at sports books for 5 years. I was at Caesars. I was at PointsBet. I was at Fanatics. And I've always been really into sports betting. Like, my big sports are, I love college basketball, college football. WNBA is the bridge that gets me going to at least to football. So I follow WNBA every day. And then I also really love fantasy football, and I'm in a long-time league with my college friends, and I'm the commissioner, and I'm also the odds maker. And so for years, I was, sending out odds, and I was serving as the house, but I would do, alternate spreads. I would do money lines. I would do player prop bets, and we would just bet on my odds every single week. And I was noticing that like there wasn't, any kind of platform to be able to bet on your season long fantasy football leagues. I was like, fuck this. Like, well, why isn't there one? Because, for all the people that, just want an additional sweat in their fantasy league, besides winning or losing their matchup every week, there should be something extra like this. So I co-founded this with my second cousin. He's a former director of machine learning. So he coded and built the entire website. And we were up a lot of late nights, just using my expertise working at sportsbooks. I just made sure that all the odds for our fantasy football betting markets looked sharp. I came up with a couple betting markets that have never been seen before myself, just to enhance the experience. And yeah, the website's ready to go. This will be our first upcoming football season, and I'm excited to show off the product.
Very cool. All right. Couple comments already in chat. Povey says, BK never gives us shit for free. Max is already the best guest you've had. Love free shit. Ask him how to say his last name. I think you said Meyer.
Meyer.
Oh, yeah. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Again, I should have probably asked you that first. Is there integration with ESPN, Sleeper, and Underdog fantasy apps?
Yeah. So the three fantasy football platforms that we integrate with are Yahoo, ESPN, and Sleeper.
And Yahoo, ESPN, and Sleeper. Okay.
Yeah. Yahoo and Sleeper are extremely easy. Sleeper, you just have to type in your username. Yahoo, you just have to log into your Yahoo account, and then it'll pull over the code. ESPN, Jen and I were actually doing this. We have instructions on our website, but instead of the other ones, taking like 10, 15 seconds to integrate, ESPN takes about like a minute and a half. But then once you integrate it once, you're all of your leagues. So we have a step-by-step process on the website, but those are the three platforms that we're rolling with for the first season.
Okay. So I'm going to just show people what it looks like. And if you haven't already, you can go to the website, which is right there next to Max's name on the screen. But this is what it looks like. So this is not my league, but this is what you look like when you sign up for Fantom Odds and then you sync it to your fantasy football league. Is that correct?
Yeah. So this is a showcase league that me and my co-founder, we drafted because the odds only show up after you draft and once there's week one matchups, just because we need projections in order to build the odds. But we just wanted to have a showcase league that everyone can view, because if you're not drafting till late August, early September, we didn't want you to not see what the product looks like, just like a couple days before the season. So this league is accessible to everyone, so you can play around and get a good feel for what it is.
So, okay. By the way, you're already getting a compliment on To Infinity and Bijan is very funny. I agree. I didn't even really notice that. Silence of the Lamb 2, Never Gonna Gives You Up. Sorry, Smith Jackson. Not bad. Okay. So these are the projections. And then what your site does is it spits out a money line. So for example, Rome Alone is favored by 5.5 points. They're a -130. Something a little bit closer, obviously, puts it at -104. But what I find, go ahead.
Oh, so do you mind scrolling up, because there's a few things to explain.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
So the projections, these are ESPN's exact projections. These aren't our own projections. And this is how we build. Money line, it takes a little bit of calculation. Spread is pretty obvious. It's just subtracting the spread. But actually, if you click on show matchup bets, that's where we kind of get really wild.
Got it. Let's do it. Okay, here we go.
Yeah. So spread, obviously pretty straightforward, but with customizable spread, you can put in any number, you can change the favorite, and the odds will change as well. So if you go to select the favorite, so currently Silence of the Lamb is a 1.5 point favorite. Yep. You can change it to Never Gonna Gives You Up. If you click on the drop screen, you can change the winning amount, and you see that the odds change all the time. And then also that top right white box with the timer, that's basically your shopping cart. The reason why there's a timer is because our odds do refresh when you click refresh. But if you leave it on the page, we're not like a FanDuel or DraftKings where they're able to update simultaneously. You are able to live bet with this when there are football games going on. But the timer just, allows, people to make sure that they aren't, submitting stale lines for the bets. So actually, like during game, when there's games going on, the timer's only 5 minutes. But we figured 20 minutes and 5 minutes was more than enough once you knew what you were doing.
It kind of sounds like it. Okay, so this is cool. So this is what I like. I like getting freaky with the alt lines and the player props. And I mean, like in my opinion, I don't think the average person will have quite as much fun with like, oh, I'm favored by 4 points. My money line is -110. Let me bet you $55 to win 50. I think what would be cool is if you're like an underdog and it's like, hey, I'm going to beat you by 10 points this week. And then you can throw that in there. So for example, never going to give you up as underdog. And let's just say I'm never going to give you up. And then my buddy Greg, who I think you may have met at the wedding as well, is Silence of the Lamb. And I'm like, Greg, these projections are way off. I'm going to kick your ass. So let's just say if I wanted to beat him by 20 points.
Oh, you have to delete that 0-1, but you're good.
20. Bam. Was that it? That's plus 178 on the
yeah.
line?
No, with fantasy projections, just because there's so many different moving parts and there's a lot of variance in the results, you can't go too extreme, especially when it's basically a pick 'em line. Like if one team was favored by 15 and you're betting the underdog to win by 20 points, then it'll be around 3-1. But yeah, no, these odds, just with our algorithm, they're as realistic as we could make them.
Okay, well, that makes sense because I would try to push for 2-1, and then maybe he would push back, and now we know that it's somewhere in the middle.
And then the other thing I would say, so we are not a sports book. Like, we don't take a cut out of bets. We're not rooting for everyone to lose in order to make money. So these are true odds. So like if you saw like when Silence of the Lamb was -1.5, it was plus 100 on either side. Like there's no vig. These are true odds. So yeah, you're getting accurate odds. You don't have to worry about -110, -115.
Yeah.
And then, okay. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. You can answer that.
Yeah. And then, so who are you betting against? So there are two different versions to the product. One, which is basically it's peer-to-peer. So you're betting against your league mates, and it's kind of like submitting a trade where we'll get to that screen after. But okay, you submit bets to your league mates, and they have the ability to counter, accept, decline, and we track all the bets for you. And then as part of the premium product, we have what's called Fantom Bank, where we basically give every league member 1,000 Fantom tokens, which are imaginary, but we use them to track score. But that's if you want to bet like because we do parlays with this. If you want to bet like 1,000-to-1 parlays, if you want to bet like 50-to-1 underdogs, you get the 1,000 tokens to bet with whatever you want for each week. And then we replenish it every Tuesday with another 1,000. We keep track of the score, so you get to see how many tokens you're up or down each week. But let's say you're in a 12-team league and everyone wants to put in $20, so you have a $240 pot. And you're like, okay, whoever's the best bettor in the league, whoever finishes with the most tokens gets that 240. So it's just an additional sweat to do with your fantasy league. And that way you don't have to worry about finding someone to be on the other end of that bet. You can bet whatever you want, but then it's a league-wide betting competition that you can do for the whole week or you can do for the whole season.
Right. So let's just say you wanted to like parlay a couple of your guys to score touchdowns, and it would pay 8 or 9-to-1. But I can't find any in my league that wants to bank that bet. But that's why the token pool comes into play, because if you win that wager, you'll get a bunch of tokens. And then if everybody puts money in the pot, that would go towards that. Okay, that makes sense. That's fun. Real quick. Okay, so we addressed this. Nothing like gambling while gambling. Yep, Big Xander Birdie, thank you for the update. Feel like it's the guys in the fantasy league you're playing. Exactly. Gotcha. So the site is for line setting and tracking more than anything else.
Yeah, because obviously, like at least for me, like, money, like betting who wins, sure, like that's one thing, but I like to be really creative with what I was offering odds wise for my league. And I just want to give the same experience, whether it's, like one thing for me is I'm like always superstitious. If I'm up like 20 points on Monday night and I'm facing someone like, I don't know, like Jerry Jeudy, I just know he's going to score 21 points. Like I'm immediately, betting on him to score a touchdown, 2 touchdowns, but there will be sometimes where I lose the bet and lose the matchup. And so we have adjustable over under player fantasy points. So that way you don't have to worry about all those bets and you just have to worry about fantasy points. We have highest scoring team each week. So we have odds for every single team to be the highest scoring team in that league. Another one that I came up with is called Matchup MVP.
I was going to pull that up right now. This is one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite features. Go ahead.
Yeah. So do you mind scrolling up a bit just so you can see the starting lineups? Yeah. So we show the starting lineups and you have the ability to see the bench of every team. So as you guys can see currently, Patrick Mahomes is projected a little over 20 points. He is the highest projected player in this matchup for week 1. So what matchup MVP is you can bet on a player or any amount of players to be the highest scoring player in a matchup. So if you scroll below, if you just click on Mahomes, he is about 9-to-1 as the favorite. Just because if any other player finishes as the highest scoring player, you lose. But what you also can do is you can click on any amount of players and the odds will change for any player. So if you want to do Mahomes, Mayfield, Lamb, Nakua, and Amon-Ra.
So then it's almost plus 135. So you're taking 5 players between, how many is this? 7, 14, 18. So you're taking about a third of the field. And I think probably like let's play this out in a realistic scenario. So let's say I'm Silence of the Lamb, and I think Baker Mayfield, because I'm a Baker guy, and Puka Nacua, because that's my offensive player of the year, will be the MVP of the week, right? So I want Baker or I want Puka Nacua. It's 5-1 that I could bet somebody or put it towards the token pool that they're going to be the highest scoring performer between anybody in this matchup.
Yep.
Yeah, right?
No, it's not like you're adding like Baker plus Puka's points versus the rest of the field. This is just you're betting on the individual player who scores the most points in a fantasy matchup.
Right. Now, this is probably also something that maybe somebody could take like against you one-on-one. Well, maybe I would do that with my buddies. Yeah, if you're in a dynasty league, this is 6. This will be very fun for some extra action in dynasty leagues. That's exactly the way I look at it as well. Extra action, because again, my focus and priority is typically always with my wagers, not so much with my fantasy lineup. So if you incorporate wagering with your fantasy lineup within, amongst your friends, I feel like it's a bit more of a sweat or fun. To be clear, MVP of matchup, not all the league week matchups, right?
Yeah, correct. It's just individual matchup, because you if you click on any single matchup, like you don't have to bet on just your own matchup. You can bet on any matchup in the league, and we have that same thing for every other matchup.
Okay, so hide matchup bets. So this takes me back like to the matchups. I see what you're saying. So I can get involved with somebody else. I can bet on their squad or their players.
Yep. Yeah. If you click on show matchup bets, you'll see the same exact thing, and it's the starting lineups and then matchup MVP, and yeah. So then you're just betting on the highest scoring player for that matchup.
This is cool too. So highest scoring team week 1. So every team, I mean, this is only a 16 league for the example. So the odds are right here with the projected points. So this would be, let's see, like the longest shot to infinity and beyond, 127. So he's like a 9-point difference from the top guy. So plus 390 if I think the underdog of the week is going to actually surprise everybody and have the best week points wise.
Yeah. And we update this live. So if someone, has a bit like Jamar Chase, like goes off for 50 points on the 1 o'clock slate or on a Thursday night game, and they're all of a sudden, they're the odds on favorite at like minus 150, but you're confident in your team, and now their odds and then your team's odds are closer to like 10-1. Like these odds will change throughout the week.
Yeah. Yeah. Cornfield says, I know some guys that will love this. Yep. Some guys. So wagering money is peer-to-peer concept, correct?
Yeah. So this is so we're able to operate in every single state and for any ESPN, Yahoo, Sleeper Fantasy League, just because we're not a money handler like this, it's just Venmoing your friends. And that's kind of like the concept here. Like, you're in a league with a lot of friends or family that you trust, and we're here to supply the odds and to track everything and to tell you like what wins and loses. But yeah, the money handling aspect, it's just Venmoing or PayPal or whatever between
the tracking. I think is essential. That's one thing that's important, because I'm a bit of the shit talker in my fantasy football group because nobody thinks I know ball, because I don't read the magazines and I don't read the articles and listen to fantasy footballers. I just go with my gut. And then I've been in the championship 3 out of the last 5 years. No big deal. Haven't won any of them. No big deal. That's okay. We just still get there. But I like to tell people and go on like take long shots. Wayne Gallman, for example. Wayne Gallman was a running back that came in for the Giants the last like 5 or 6 weeks of the season because maybe it was Saquon or whatever got hurt. I picked him up. Nobody cared about him. It was last in the waiver league. And I'm like, this guy is going to be one of the top running backs for the rest of the season. So I would be pretty cheeky in here, taking some action on Wayne Gallman to go against my opponents or anybody else in the league's top guys. It would probably give me a 2, 2.5, 3-1 odds on something like that. We can wager, but then I would lose track of what I'm betting if I'm up or if I'm down. So that's what the website does itself.
Yeah, I mean, Wayne Gallman matchup MVP have to be at least like what 20, 25-1.
Yeah, exactly. Do you calculate your own fantasy points or just go off the respective sites' final score?
Yeah, so the ESPN, Yahoo, and Sleeper, we're just copying their projection and the scoring systems for those particular leagues. So basically, like whatever your scoring system is in your league, that is the points that we're using to track the odds. It's not uniform across all leagues.
Got it. Are there odds to win the championship?
No, so that's one that I would love to have, is to have rolling, title futures odds. This is our first season, so we're still, trying to figure some stuff out and trying to scrape basically like, ESPN or Yahoo's percentages for who's most likely to win the title. We haven't been able to crack that code yet, but that's definitely something that we want to incorporate going forward, because I think that would be a lot of fun.
Somehow DJen finds a way to toot his own horn. You're fucking right, Hovey. Don't forget Celtics in 5. Never forget. Who's this guy, DJen? Oh, IMNG. You're probably a little late. Rewatch the stream if you haven't already, but go to phantomodds.com and get familiar. You can rewatch the stream on YouTube and Twitch. You guys in here probably already know that if you came in late. Having 0 rings is all time. Yeah, I guess I didn't realize that. Is he spewing winners or no shot? What the fuck is there to spew? Actually, Max is a WNBA guy. Is there WNBA on today?
No, it's the All-Star break. Yeah.
So it is the slowest day in sports today.
Yeah, I know. Wow. I wish, because yesterday, there was day WNBA. There was like noon and 1, and then there were also, Fever Liberty, but without Caitlin. So
going to use this for betting on my kickers only league. That sounds like a riveting time. Okay, Max, anything else in the site here that you wanted to point out?
So and then team point over under, that's basically team total. So if you
team points over under, understood.
Yeah, so you can just click on a team. I'm sorry, and then you can either use the scroll bar, you can type in an amount, and you can do any number you want, and it'll spit out odds for it.
Got it. So let's say I just feel like I'm going to go fucking ape shit and score 200 points. Whoa. So that'd be a big bet on yourself if you just think you're going. Let's be a little bit more realistic. 175. So the projection is 136.1. If I think I'm going to score 175, get 4-1 essentially.
Yeah. And then let's click on that bet, because I also want to show the create bet page quickly too. And then let's scroll down. Fantasy player over under points. This is probably the closest that there is to sports betting, but like I was saying with the Monday Night Football Jerry Jeudy example, if you if you type in any player and you can adjust, so Baker's projected 19.4, you can type in an amount, you can scroll, you can bet whatever number you want, and we'll pop out odds for it.
Okay, that's very cool too. So an alt player.
Let's add his over to the card as well.
Okay, let's do that.
And then the last betting market. So with fantasy football leagues, you have your matchup every week. But say you have your best friend or your rival that you want to bet against, more than once or twice during the season. So if you scroll down to custom matchup, you can do any 2 teams that you want, not just the particular matchup. And then we spit out money line, adjustable spread, and total odds for that. So that way you're not just restricted to who you're playing for that week.
Okay. And I see down here you've got your active bets.
Yep. Yeah. So you're able to see your active bets. You can look at the league active bets, and especially for Fantom Bank, because we're tracking the net tokens that someone's up and down, but we also track someone's records. And not saying that there are any shady people here, but let's say you see someone in your league went 20-0 1 week in Fantom Bank and won the pot. You're able to view everyone's bets just to make sure they didn't take advantage of like a glitch or something, that they were playing fairly. And then you can dispute or bring up to your commissioner if someone was cheating.
Very cool. And then you've got your bet slip at the end.
Yeah. So if you go to the create bet page, so that's if you accept a bet. But yeah, we basically, when a bet is accepted between 2 parties, we print out we create a bet slip for you guys. We track that bet slip. If you guys want to screenshot it and, send it to your league group text, that's how you can, share all your bets.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Anything else any other questions from the chat? I feel like the questions have been pretty solid. Are your odds for parlays independent?
Yeah. So we don't have anti-correlated or correlated odds. I've come up with a few, kind of safeguard measures. Like for instance, if a spread is -1.5 and someone wants to try and bet +1.5 in the other team's money line, you can't do that just because we don't have that ability yet to, calculate those correlated odds. So it's all independent. But you can parlay on any of these. So go wild.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Max, well, thank you very much for the rundown. So this is, I guess, in terms of Are you giving a free trial? And how does that work? And then what's the pricing?
Yeah, so everyone gets a free trial regardless when they sign up. So it's 2 weeks of the premium version. But what I wanted to do for everyone on the stream who is interested, so a premium league, you get all the features. You get all the betting markets, you get Fantom Bank, you get everything. So for anyone who's interested and DMs me at the Max Meyer, my DMs are completely open. I was going to email you a code so that way your top league basically gets premium Fantom odds for your league for free for the whole season.
Wow.
Yeah. No, because I really appreciate, everyone hearing me out. We're still early stages. I mean, if you guys can help spread the word, that would be amazing. And then with this code, so you get to see the same screen that we just went through, and all of your league mates get to see the same screen. Because once you technically purchase a league, everyone has access to the odds. We have individual packages and league packages. Because let's say, you're in a league where maybe 4 or 5 people are really interested in betting on fantasy, but the other 7 aren't. We don't want to charge the league fee. And so individually, it's 15 for standard, 30 for premium. And for those that have like 5, 6 leagues or even more, because I've seen people sign up with like 30 leagues and it's wild. We have an unlimited individual package where it's 40 for standard for as many leagues as you want and 75 for premium for as many leagues as you want. And then the league packages, it's 100 for standard and 200 for premium. And that's where you're dividing it by 10 or 12 or however many people are in your league. So anyone who DMs me at the Max Meyer, just send me your email and I will send you the promo code. So that way you can have this free for the whole year.
I'm going to send your link to your Twitter one more time. Obviously, you can see his at the Max Meyer up there in the website as well. Max, thank you very much for coming on. Great job, chat. I think you were on your best behavior and the questions were excellent. Tristan Toledo says, let's go. We'll definitely be spreading this around. Yep. All right. W, good luck. Thank you, Max. Great job. Good stuff.
You. And I know I'm excited to be that Fantom odds is going to be used in your league of sickos.
Yep. I'm looking forward to it because there's some real sick bastards in there, and they're sick on the fantasy side, not so much the wagering side. So this is going to unleash a beast from within, and I'm looking forward to the season with it.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, everyone. Really appreciate the time.
Thanks for coming on. Take it easy. All right. Good stuff, Max. Look at Cornfields. Wow. Cornfields and Hovey on their best behavior, being nice and appreciative and respectful. You love to see that. Good stuff. I think, look, like I said, I think some people will find it pretty fun and entertaining and add a little juice to their league. And if you don't, then just leave it alone and keep going about your business. But I definitely think it'll be one of those things where if you're in a 12-person league, you're probably going to propose it. And like half the league will be into it, half the league not so sure. But that's why I think it's kind of cool, especially if you tell people it costs money. Everybody's like, no, I don't want to add any more money to it. We already have $100, $200 in the pot. But if you're just watching the stream, DM Max, and then he'll give you a free premium membership and see what you think, see what you like. Speaking of fantasy, when is the DGen League happening? I don't know. Should I put one together? Hope you had a good summer, DGen. Who's your guy for the Open? Thank you very much. I have Xander, I have Burns, I have Spawn. Spawn was looking pretty good. He was 1 under through 14, but I think he just doubled or something because I looked up and now he's 1 over. That's unfortunate. I have Hovland FOMO. Hovland is 2 under through 2. And I saw BK. I think BK already tweeted something about it. Let's go over there and mush him. Okay, back to the roast of DGen. Fuck you. I'm on Xander. We think -4 is going to hold that first round leader. I don't know. Not if Hovland is 2 under through 2. If Fitz FOMO, mega Fitz FOMO, mega. I actually thought about going in there and just hammering fucking Fitz. That's what I wanted to do. That is really what I wanted to do. I'm not talking about before the tournament. I mean, like as he was playing well at a terrible number. I can just, Fitz could run away with this fucking thing. Doesn't it make so much sense? He's familiar with the territory. He's been playing great golf. It just makes so much sense, but you got to watch out for Scotty. Scotty's 3 under here. Let's see what he's doing. That looks like a pretty damn good tee shot. Son of a bitch. Won't matter. Scotty got that look. Yep. Speaking of fantasy football, I'm bullish on Egbuka. Sure. How could you not be? I'm in on Egbuka. Evans is getting a little bit older, although the guy doesn't age. Baker's a dog. They're going to have a good running game. I'm only worried fantasy-wise for the Bucks because it's the 3rd offensive coordinator in 3 years. And I don't know, man. There has to be a little regression, doesn't there? Is Baker in this offense just going to turn out fucking crazy stats and performances every single year, no matter who's calling the plays. Like, that's just crazy. Spot, the last time I hit Spawn, what do you mean? I got Spawn at like 110-1 or something, I think. But yeah, Scotty already did win. You guys are absolutely right. You got Fitz 55-1. What a fucking number. Great job. Is that what he was pre-flop? What is he right now? By the way, don't forget, we got Pickett Happy Hour tonight. Go on to the Pickett YouTube page. There it is again, one more time for your ass. Subscribe to the YouTube page. We'll see you tonight at 4:30. We're going to go trivia, Steak versus Pranav. I'll make it fun for you. I'll make it fun. Now that Fantom Mods kind of has you like betting on, has my brain like betting on yourself, I'll bet on Steak. I will bet on Steak to beat Pranav. We're going to use Sporkle. If you guys ever use Sporkle, I got to get familiar with the website, actually. We're going to use Sporkle. We're going to go. I don't know how we're going to do this. I got to think about this on my ferry ride into the city because I got to get Corp here pretty soon. But I'll go. If Steak loses to Pranav, I'll give 2 people in the chat $50. Random draw. Is that good? Is that I'm basically putting a $100 bet on Steak. I mean, that's the least I could do. He put $300-$400 on me against Beef, which was stupid. Never told him to do that. Love Sporkle. Yep. What sport is the trivia? College football. I think just football in general. Steak money line. Yep. Random draw, and it will be Steak and Greg. No, Greg's not playing trivia. He would be horrendous in trivia. But Greg will be joining a little bit later, probably around 5 o'clock. We'll be live at 4:30 for trivia. Should be fun. We've never really shown off our trivia skills, Steak and I, and it's a very fun thing to do in the sports content world. A lot of people do it. They do a very good job at it. But this will be a good way. Pranav claims he's very good. Pranav claims he's very good at trivia. And I'm not here to tell you that he's not. I'm not familiar with his game, but I'm not going to doubt him. I just have a lot of faith at Steak. DJ, would you rather be Rory or Scotty if it's chalk this weekend? That's a good question. That's a pretty good question. This might be a weird answer, but I'd rather it be Rory. Because, or as my friends on Long Island like to say, because I'll tell you this, Rory would have more potential to blow it. If Scotty gets in the lead, it's done. It's game over. Aaron Rye, look at BK's card. Come on, BK. Come on. I'm gonna go comment on BK's tweet. He's gonna get so fucking mad. Vamos. Oh, he just commented on it and said he's dead. Good stuff. Okay, again, make sure you go follow Max Meyer. Thank you again to Max if you're still watching. Appreciate you coming on. Morikawa. What did Morikawa do? DJ, what's good? What's up, Book? Chew, good to see you. What did Morikawa do? Don't tell me he's doing anything relevant. Do not tell me he's doing anything relevant. Let me go see real quick. Oh, I got a missed call? Yeah, I did. I think I probably have to hop off a little bit sooner than I wanted to. Okay. Oh, he's not doing anything? All right, good. Hold on. Let's go look at the U.S. Open, or not U.S. Open, the Open leaderboard. Oh, and I want to go to Pickett and see what the live golf odds are. What do you think, without looking, don't cheat, without looking, what is Fitzpatrick live right now? Don't cheat. What do you think Fitzpatrick is right now? Ooh. 20-1? Out of your mind, King of Car Seats. No, he's 11-1. I thought he'd be 10-1. Is there a board review tomorrow? Yes, there will be. It's the first day back for baseball. We'll be back. I'm ready to lock in on baseball. I don't know about you guys. I'm ready to lock in there, but we've got football on the mind. I got my Lindy's magazine. I'm ready to do some college football fucking research. I'm ready to dive in. We talked about it yesterday. I'm a big futures guy. I love futures betting. Love it. We talked AFC West last night in the spaces. Thank you everybody who came out in the spaces and came up. DC, you did a great job. Mid-Major Matt, as always. I love it. You guys. Can we give it up for Mid-Major Matt in all seriousness? Matt does a phenomenal job. Matt's a great guy to listen to talk ball. It's too bad Cornfields is so fucking camera shy because he would be great to talk ball with too. But I thought we had some pretty good reads and some pretty good takeaways. The A Drizzle, the Las Vegas Raiders, fan that came up. It was hilarious. He said he's going to take him to make the playoffs, but he was good. He was good about it. He was a nice guy about it. So that was fine. I'll tell you, I mean, my takeaways are, I think there's a potential for the Raiders in that passing game for something to be successful, whether it's Geno Smith, touchdown passes, yards, completions. I really don't know. I mean, you can't bet season-long completions. Nice birdie, Justin Thomas. Or if it's like one of these receivers. Nah, I don't know. If you want to just go in all in on Brock Bowers, maybe. I'm trying to think, man. There's got to be one of these receivers that could be pretty cheeky. Could it just be Jacoby Myers? Like, Jacoby Myers might be a sneaky guy this year. He might be. Really like the AFC to win. Oh, yeah, me too. Me too. Steak bodied that guy? That's funny. DJen, not got ink to paper NFL mag and might need to call a doctor if it lasts more than 4 hours. I don't even know what you're talking about. You got ink to paper. Oh, okay. Got you. That's for you. It was a fun Spaces. Pip, thanks for coming in as well. I think Chargers under wins could be a look. I'm not in on the Chargers. Steak is all the way in on the Chargers. I'll go against Steak. We'll disagree with each other all the time. I don't just sit there and fucking gas him up, but I respect Steak's position. And I've told you this last time. It's enough for me to not want to put my money against John Harbaugh and Justin Herbert fucking viral clips all season. Like, that is beyond frustrating to see when the team that you bet against is not only winning, but then they have these fucking great viral moments coming around of being so cool, coach and quarterback together. You know, like, fading the Chargers is not fun, but I like Herbert this year. Everybody likes Herbert every year. I like Herbert this year for sure. I like the Raiders. I'm not in on the Chargers, though, as a team. I'm not also in on the Broncos. And the Chiefs. What is there not to really like about the Chiefs? The rookie at left tackle. You know, they lost Justin Reed at safety, but like, come on, Ladd McConkey. Yeah. Jacoby was the first wide receiver in 2000 to have 95 targets and no drops last year. Dude, wow, what a stat. I like Jacoby Myers, man, underrated. If you like their offense, take their total points over. Going to be rough getting to target passing with how much they want to run. Are you talking about Chargers, Matt, or are you talking about the Raiders? I have to think you're talking about. Oh, BZ0824. Thank you for the subscription. 13-monther, Long Beach. Thank you to you as well. Raiders, I'd assume. Interesting. You think Vegas wants to run? I mean, they wanted to run last year, but you think that's a Chip Kelly thing? You think Chip Kelly's going to want to run the ball? Oh, look at that. Morikawa is 3 over. He's trying to save par, and he's not going to do it. Morikawa is going to finish his season 4 over. Let's go to our fucking favorite friend whose brain is rotting and for whatever reason is now probably the real meme capper of the degenerate. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to Steak with 2 A's F. Good morning. If this is the first thing you see this morning, you will acquire wealth and prosperity. All you have to do is type amen in the comments. What a fucking idiot. This guy is a moron. He used to be a very close friend of mine. Now he's somebody that I used to know. Idiot. Total fucking idiot. Amen. What's the spam? If you've been losing, it's about time to get your guaranteed fixed plays. Yeah, Julie White, tell him what's fucking good. Moron. I don't get Steak's bit right now. Risings, I don't either. Steak, are you in here? I don't either. I'm sending this to him. Keep it up with Morikawa. Bozo. How many amens did he get? He got one. He got one, and then Zach put a couple emojis in there. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to clip what I said yesterday from the board review about where I honestly just I wished ill will upon Steak's wager. Not personally, obviously, but on his wager. I wanted him to lose the worst way possible. And so far, so good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip myself and I'm going to retweet Steak's wager and I'm just going to have my video. So that'll bring me some joy and happiness to see that. Yeah. Aberg plus 2 through 3. Awesome. Yeah, it was never Aberg. That was a stupid wager. I mean, I like the guy. I like it. It was never a wager. I got to tell you right now, BK's looking good. BK's looking good. BK told me, hey, BK told me not to take Max Grazerman. What did Max Grazerman do? He was like plus 6 today. So BK might know a little ball. All right. DGen. DGen seems like a guy I don't want to beef with. Well, listen, I'm not over here trying to act like a tough guy. I mean, I can be a petty son of a bitch. Don't get me wrong, but I'll bring it. Yeah, I'll bring it. I mean, my only example of that is beef, and that didn't really end up well. You know what I mean? My stamina was lacking. But that's why I did a Peloton ride today. You know, Pelotons are kicking my ass. That's what I'm doing. So, anyways, I'm gonna go get a protein shake. Morikawa is in 117th place, Jake. Yep. Keep it up, bozo. Keep it up, bozo. Your brain is literally rotting. Yep. I'm going to hammer steak. I'm going to hammer steak. You guys should hammer steak. I know you're probably a little scared and intimidated because he's a big guy and he's got big chains and he's got tattoos. Don't be scared. Let him know how you feel. Tell him his wager is shit. Tell him his brain is rotting. Let's save him. Let's save How to Save a Lot. You know that song? Who sings that song? Trivia. I actually don't even know. Where did I go wrong? You know what I'm talking about? Steak just has aura. He's got some aura. Yeah, he's got some aura. But he's also a big dumb idiot. Betting the Nationals when I stop, betting the fucking Morikawa. It's not Green Day. The Fray. Good job. Ball knowers in here. Yeah. Look at that. Love that. Coldplay. Dude, speaking of that Coldplay, or did you guys see that Coldplay video of that CEO getting busted, being out with like the head of HR at his company? What? I mean, this is such an American story, isn't it? Like that is just America at its finest. Some fucking rich CEO taking out his coworker, his mistress, having an affair on his they're both fucking married scumbags. That's just like, it's like American Pie right there. How to Save America. The steak head lean is the death. I'll send him that. That's actually pretty funny. The steak head lean is aura. It's like, you know, there's like steak will do things and I'll try to be like, hey, can you maybe just do this a little bit differently? Like he's way too engaged with the chat. You know, he's just constantly like reading the chat, but like, I'll never want him to stop head leaning because he's got to still be who you are. You know, you got to be who you are. But that's pretty good. Yep. Screenshot audio. You guys can hear that. Say this one is good. Yeah, the steak head lean is aura. Okay. Look after you and over my head bangers too. Yep. All right. We're going to wrap it up. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, Pick It Happy Hour tonight. Subscribe to the newsletter. It's out tomorrow morning. Shout out to Max. Thank you again for coming on. I think you did a great job. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And whether you do or do not use Fantom mods, I still hope you have a great day. Thanks for being respectful and polite to a guest. And you weren't too soft. You know, you guys weren't too soft. Tailing Dawes, good job. You came. I haven't seen you in a while. You came in. You asked some very good questions. And give it a shot. DM Max, get a free subscription for the year. See if you like it. And if you don't, you don't. No big deal. But I think I think there are some things that make it a lot of fun. So, can we talk college football during happy hour? Sure. Yeah. You know what? Listen, it's the slowest sports day of the year. I'm gonna have a Guinness. I might even have 2 fucking Guinnesses. Okay. And you guys bring the topics. We'll talk about anything. It's literally, that's just what I'm best at doing is just yapping. Okay. You tell us what to talk about and we will talk about it. Need Snake's fantasy target so I can snipe him. I'll tell you right now, Snake is a very good fantasy player for sure. I mean, Snake is just good. He's just good at things sports related. This is why it's so frustrating. Look who it is. Speak of the devil. This is why it's so frustrating to him seeing like intentionally be so stupid. And we are idiots at our core, right? Like we don't want to ever take ourselves too seriously. We want to have fun. But I do think like I'm watching it happen before my eyes. Steak's brain is rotting. I think it's too much. It's too much. Like this offseason, we have to get him out of it. We have to get Steak out of the offseason and into football and something he can really latch onto because right now he's just, give me the Washington Nationals. Give me Colin Morikawa. It's like, dude, stop. I want to help you. We want to help you, but I need you guys to help me. Okay. Help me help Steak. All right. Would be a shame if you get him before me. 110 bait. What are you talking about? What's up, Snides BTW? Yep, I usually take a break. I know you do usually take a break. Yep. What was I just going to say, though, real quick? CFB today, need a pod. Yep, college football today. Steak. But you said no break, so here we are. That is true. That is true. Yeah. I guess I created Frankenstein. I created fucking Frankenbeans. That's what I did. All right. We'll see you tonight. College football. Bring some topics and some teams. I don't have time to do research or anything, but we can do it live. Greg will be on. Greg's not that useful on the college football topics, but he's just a good guy to have around and shoot the shit. So hopefully he's drinking a little fucking Fernet or whatever he likes to sip on. A little rosé, huh? Maybe he'll have a beer one time. Maybe I'll have a beer. I don't know what I'll do. Steak brain rot. You keep making him come on. Steak brain rot. I keep making him come on 4 days a week. Yeah, I guess that's not good. All football. Yep. But remember, trivia at 4:30 against Pranav. If Steak doesn't beat for Pranav, 2 people in the chat are getting $50. I'll tweet it a little bit later. We'll have some fun. Thank you guys for hanging out. Have a great day.